Yeah. And another thing is, I had a guest a while ago. This for everybody listening, look up the guest. I think his name was Alan, about micro categories. So he was one of those people. He was always smiling when he was talking, always optimistic, always hopeful. And and I said to him, "Why?" He says, "Because I live in a world of opportunities because they keep coming to me." And I said, "Well, how does that work?" He says, "Well, what he does is, of course, he's referring to Amazon. He goes to the bestsellers list. For anybody who doesn't know, Amazon.com/GP/bestsellers. If you go there, you're gonna see on the left-hand side all the categories listed. This is much longer than any list you have Amazon displays anywhere else. But most important, when you click on them, so basically when you go to that page, you see the top 100. And then you click on the category, it shows you the top 100 in that category that you clicked, but also opens up the subcategories under it. Now, when you click on the subcategory, then you drill down another layer, and then you see the top 100, and so on and so forth. So I have done this, and I was able to go as far as 5 layers. So I said to him, which one do you consider that you call micro category? How deep do you need to go? He said, the deeper the better. So he says, go all the way down to the last layer. And then I said, so then what is the methodology? And I'm coming to you with this and to see your take. He said, what you do is, first of all, when you get down to that last layer, you have much, much less number of products available. And then you start looking at their reviews and see what people are complaining about. Look at their rank, and right there, you see an open field where you can easily move in and establish yourself by simply leveraging what they are not offering. So tell me about your take on this as far as finding a product as a niche product.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. In terms of drilling down into the different layers of the micro categories or subcategories. In terms of the differentiation and product development, the most effective, which you hit on, the most effective way and efficient way to do product development when you're getting into a new niche is 2 things. And you hit on one, which is looking at the reviews. So what I like to do is I like to categorize the list by the top sellers on the first page. And what I'll do is I'll extract all their reviews and I'll have my assistant put it on an Excel sheet, and we'll categorize 2 different categories, 1 to 3 and 4 and 5. And what I'm looking at is I'm looking for a summary of commonalities, common words, common problems in 1 to 3. Those are the problems, right? And if you can solve those problems or improve the product around those problems, then all you have to do is market new and improved, problem solved, XYZ, and it's going to help in the ours versus theirs marketing. In terms of the 4 and 5, if it's working and people love it, don't fix it. Now, the second thing is I'm a huge believer in, when I'm launching products, I will order all the competitors' products, because you have what's seen on Amazon and you have what's not seen on Amazon, right? So in a conjunction of looking at the reviews, I'm also physically ordering the products, testing the products, seeing what marketing they're doing, and so on and so forth. And I'll give you another strategy for finding products that's my favorite, that is just as effective as the pulling back the layers and going into the micro categories. If I only had one strategy to find products and I couldn't use the dozens of different strategies, what I would do is I would look for the most successful sellers on Amazon in specific niches. And what I would do is you can go into their store. So if you go on the listing, if you go on the listing, you can categorize it, go to the listing, categorize it in the Chrome extension, whether it's Helium or Jungle Scout. And what you can do is if you click on the time of first launched up in the top column, what happens is it repopulates from ascending to descending order. So I'm looking for the recently launched product that has the lowest amount of reviews and the highest amount of sales. Because chances are, if these guys are already crushing and they have countless amounts of other SKUs and they're generating millions upon millions of dollars. If they just wouldn't launch this product, it was strategical. So that's a quick way that I find products with no guesswork, because a lot of these brands and big sellers have already done the lifting, the heavy lifting for me.
So what do you do with it? So let's say that you found the seller and then they just launched, let's say, a pencil holder. So what does that tell you?
So if they have other SKUs that are crushing it, they're generating a decent amount of money and they just launched that product, more than likely they've done the research and the product is going to crush it. So now it's easy because I'll go pull up the keyword report on that product and I'll look at the BSR or the Cerebral if you're using Helium 10, and I'll literally look and see, okay, what is the search volume? What is the average review on the first page? And it's quick to find these products and identify, are they winners or losers? But 9 times out of 10, they're going to be winners because they're not just figuring this thing out, right? This is their 4th or 5th or 100th product, right? So that's a fast way to see what's already working.
That's smart. Yeah, so the key is you are first finding those successful sellers, and then you're looking at their latest launches, and then that gives you an idea.
Absolutely.
You can analyze that listing. That's great.